one of the proprietary trading desks actually offered me a interview, and I got the offer. During that time, it actually offered me 0 basic pay. I remember there was a time when 9:35 I went to the toilet. Just happened to want to go to the toilet at 9:35, 5 minutes after market open. And when I came back, I was scolded. I remember the first quarter I made $9,000. So $9,000 in the prop desk means I made about $3,000 USD per month. And I was quite upset. The first few months was tough, but January after that, I started to make 5-figure. I collected my first $98,000 or $99,000 paycheck. And that was when suddenly my account became 6-digit.
Right, hi guys, this is Zafran from Piranha Profits. So right now I have Alson with me. I'm gonna ask him a few questions that you guys have been meaning to ask him, all right? Alson, can you introduce yourself, like what you do, like what you used to do?
Hi everyone, I'm Alson. I'm one of the principal trainer for Piranha Profits. So I actually conduct the price action manipulation course. So I actually came from the proprietary trading desk when I first graduated from the university. Right, that's where I spent about 5 years full-time professional job on the desk, and I made about $1.2 million in net profit. And after I left the desk, I actually joined Adam, right, to actually teach retail traders on how to look out for market manipulation, right, how market makers deceive the public and conduct the manipulative tactics, like for example, taking out of the retailer's stop losses, how to identify zones where stop losses congregate, and how the market makers do what we call candlestick printing, chart printing to bluff traders that market is moving up before squeezing them and create a panic sell situation. So all these kind of manipulation techniques, I learned most of them when I was in the prop desk, and I created my unique price action manipulation strategy, which currently I'm teaching all my students in Piranha Profits.
After you finished the university, you jumped right into prop desk trading. How did you find like a job at a prop desk?
So I actually studied this thing called business IT. And the technical word is called information systems management. So naturally, I'm supposed to go into a technology-related role. But as a teenager, I'm still a teenager, I guess, right? Is that I'm very passionate about trading. In fact, I read a lot of trading books and even attended trading courses under Adam, right, to learn more about trading. And this inspired me to one day become a full-time trader. And I'm always very curious about how professional traders make money day in, day out consistently. And there's one thing that struck me was you'll never ever learn the real skill set of trading unless you join someone who is doing it full-time in a professional environment. Because it's not just about the strategy, but there's other elements of how that trader manage psychology day in, day out. What does he do when the price goes up? How does he take profit? What kind of signal he look out for? Do we size in the trade? How does he size in? Right? And when the price go against him, what do we do? Where does he play his stop loss? How does he manage his emotion? And so on. So there's a lot of questions I have. And I realized that the only way I can really find out all these answers, right, is not from the books, is to really see how the real traders trade in the desk. When I was still a teenager in the university, I applied to many of these jobs online, even though I really got actually a full-time job offer with one of the top banks. And to my surprise, one of the proprietary trading desks actually offered me a interview, and long story short, I got the offer. And I decided to actually go for it instead, even though during that time, it actually offered me 0 basic pay. Right, but there's a 50-50 profit sharing.
So when you joined the prop desk trader, you were considered just a professional trader from the get-go.
Yes.
What was the training like in the prop desk?
Yeah, actually when I joined, right, there's a term that people call us. They call us the chicks. You know, the hen and the chick. They call us the chicks because we are very new and very fresh. And I remember I started off with 3 screens. Right, the number of screens you have equals to your seniority and profitability in the desk. So I started 3 screens and we start to learn the first few weeks. Actually, first 2 weeks was paper trading, but very fast we transit to live trading, because only when you do live, right, even if it's a small amount, right, you can feel it, right?
Yeah.
The emotions, and you can really see what's the slippages like, how orders are being filled in the market and so on. So that was how I started. It was not easy at the start actually. There are times when I can get scolded on. Even, I give you an example, like we were trading the S&P futures. The market opened at 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, which is 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, right? I remember there was a time when 9:35 I went to the toilet. Just happened to want to go to the toilet at 9:35, 5 minutes after market open. And when I came back, I was scolded by one of the senior trader. Why are you not watching the market and looking out for patterns and you go to the toilet when the market just opened? From then on, I don't have to go to the toilet when the market opened, at least for the first 1 hour. Right? So there's a lot of like strict rules to follow. For example, even like before I leave the trading desk, every day I must check whether my statements, my trades are all closed. And I cannot just assure myself based on what I see from the screen. I must call the ops desk at the risk management desk to make sure that my orders are totally square. It's the kind of discipline we need to have, right? That's instilled to us when I first started in the prop desk.
So how long did it take you in the prop desk to be a profitable trader, and like when did the money start coming in? You know, you had zero basic pay. So
Correct. So the pressure is on at the very first day, right? Because there is basically no basic pay, right? But there is a 50-50 profit sharing based on the net profit that I make for the firm. I'll take half of it for every $1 that I make after commissions and costs. I remember the first quarter I made $9,000. So $9,000 in the prop desk means I made about $3,000 USD per month. And I was quite upset because I'm thinking that some of my peers, right, let's say in investment banking, they're probably making more than 5,000 Sing dollars. And I was telling myself like, I'm spending 16 hours a day, sometimes even more than that, trading and thinking of ways to churn up profits from the market by making lesser, taking a lot of risks. Right? So that was the tough part, I guess. This has helped me to build up my tolerance and also my skill as a trader. So the first few months was tough, but January after that, I started to make 5-figure. I remember by the half year mark, I collected my first $99,000, $98,000 or $99,000 paycheck. And that was when suddenly my account become 6-digit. And it's not about the money that is made, but when I receive the check, it is a sense of fulfillment, right? That actually I can trade. And that gives me even more confidence that trading is something that I can do full time.
back then, if I understand correctly, you just focused on the process. You didn't care about the money at all. Was that how it was?
Yes, and I'm a person who I lead a very low maintenance lifestyle, and I don't care how people judge me on. Right, I can wear very sloppy to work. In fact, I wear slippers, jeans to work when I'm in the prop desk. We don't care about image, right? It's just focus on the P&L. When my objective in the prop desk is, of course, is to make money, right, in the long term. But in my first few months, I'm very focused on the process. Right, I always tell myself that I can lose money, I can don't even make money, but I want to learn. In fact, I'm constantly taking notes. I even tell my students, last time I print out the charts, color print every day. That was how aggressive and obsessed I am when I first started in the prop desk.
If I understand correctly, you have like stacks and stacks of like printed charts at home, right?
Yes, they are like my antique souvenir now, right? I print all these charts in color printed, and that's how I do my revision every day after trading. Because I believe that when the market is moving, right, when you look at the screen, you can't really analyze. At least it worked for me, right? For me is I must really print it out and then I look at it, and with a pen, then I can mark out the structure, the patterns that is repeatable, so that I can have my own criteria to execute certain trades. Because trader style is very important. You must create your own set of criteria so that you have confidence to execute them.
So the culmination of all your learnings through the years at PropDesk,
Yeah.
it became your price action manipulation techniques. So can you tell us more about that?
So over the years, I created my price action manipulation strategy. So it evolved through my experience in the prop desk, learning from many experts and guidance, and also my experience on the job itself. I've been through any kind of negative emotions or bad habits that you can think of as a trader, over trading, martingale, all these things I have practiced before, and I know the downside and what are the upside on certain strategy. So when I created the price action manipulation strategy, it's like my set of well-found rules, right, that works best according to my own style of trading. And this is something that's been honed over the years as well to fit the general retail public as well. In fact, My aim, my mantra is to keep it simple, even for the new traders who come in to trading.
So, what kind of qualities or education does one need to have to be able to trade like you?
I think the most important is to have an open mind. In fact, if you come in as a blank piece of paper, it's actually, in my view, it's actually much better, right? Because if you have prior knowledge on other strategy, it may influence the way you look at the current strategy. That's why one important things I always tell my students is that even if you have some knowledge in the past, when you learn whatever I'm going to teach you now, focus on that first. After that, once you're proficient, then you can try to marry both. And if you ask me what is the qualification that someone need to have, right? I would say you need to have very good attitude towards trading and persevere. Because trading sometimes can be a bit emotional as well. I don't think you need to have like very high IQ. I can share a few back when I was in the prop desk. My former boss hire anyone from all walks of life, right? People whom he think has faith with him. That's what he always tells us, have faith with him. Because I have colleagues who are former bankrupts, who are former taxi drivers, even his horse, he has 2 horses previously in the turf club in Singapore. His jockey son also come to practice, to trade under him, right? Not just people who have a degree. Yep. So he focused more on the attitude.
Can you tell us about what you're gonna teach us during the black market online event?
Right, so during our signature black market online event, I'm going to share with you guys how I identify market manipulation. Who are the big boys? How do they manipulate the markets? And how I use this strategy called price action manipulation to trade continuation markets up and down, reversal markets. How do I look out for ultimate tops, ultimate bottoms in the market, and then use this strategy to find multi-bagger opportunities in the China-Hong Kong market and also the crypto markets, which I've made millions of dollars throughout the years as well, using this unique strategy. So guys, join me in the Black Market online event. Tickets are running out fast, so grab your tickets now.